Let's take a look at bar charts, or what you would use when you have a categorical variable or categorical variables. And so I have GGplot, my data, aesthetics, X is equal to award, where award is just the award, Olympic, Nobel, or I think there's one more award that people think has the most prestige, and then geom bar. We'll see here what that is. It was Academy Award, Nobel, and Olympic. That's the award that people felt was most prestigious, or maybe the one they most admired. I might want to look at that by gender. And before I do that, let me just say, you can see in my next line here, I have X is equal to factor award. I really don't need to put that factor in there, but had the award, and you would need this above as well if this were the case, if I had put award 1, 2, and 3, in other words, numbers 1, 2, and 3 instead of the specific awards, you can see up here if I type award that it's already in alphabetic data, so I wouldn't have to do this, but sometimes you'll run into a problem. If you had those 1, 2s, and 3s, you would have to tell it for a bar chart that you are using a factor or a categorical variable. And so I've got, that's pretty much, that first line is the same thing then, plus a facet grid. What this is going to do is divide this grid into, in this case, two parts with two columns, the gender being in the column. That period just means I only have one variable that I'm going to use for my grid. If I had two variables, then I could have more grids. So anyway, here's what it looks like. And so now I have the favorite award for females and then for males, and you can do a little comparison there. Another package that I think you ought to be aware of is something called sjPlot, and you may need to install that if you haven't already. Just go to Packages and Install, and then type the name of the package you want, in this case sjPlot. SJ stands for Strenge Jacke. It's a fellow by the name of Daniel over in Germany. Anyway, he's written this package that's pretty good. And I'm just going to load his library. And then I have a chart, and this is the default kind of thing. It has, now you have male and female right next to each other for each award, and you have the number and the percentage. So within the Olympic, 60% of the people who favored Olympic were male, and so on. They could do this the other way. Put gender and then award, and we'll see what that looks like. I usually experiment with those when I'm using categorical variables, and so you have it like this. So for among males, Olympic, then Nobel, then Academy. For females, looks Nobel was a little bit more than Olympic, and then with Academy, still twice as much as males, but much lower than the others. And while I'm here, let's try one other thing. First, I'm going to have to get the names of my data one, the data set that I have in here. And I'm looking for another categorical variable. How about whether or not they smoke? And so I'm going to come back up to this GGplot where I did the faceting, and instead of a period, I'm going to put smoke, and then you can see what happens here. And so now we have 4 separate graphs. So yes, smoking, male and female, and then non-smokers, male and female. So you have a 4 kind of thing there. You can put themes on these. I don't believe you can put themes other than ones you define in sjPlot. At least when I tried it, it didn't work very well. But let's do here theme Tufty. Okay, it's because I typed that all in wrong. Theme underscore Tufty. Happens all the time. And there we go. That's just a different theme there. Of course, you could do something else if you wanted to, like Wall Street Journal. Okay, didn't like that. And that was because I didn't highlight the whole thing. If you highlight the whole thing, then you get the Wall Street Journal theme. And of course, you can experiment with themes that you like. I actually kind of like that one.